This episode, we're going to jump into some serious business. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's get it.
I can never sleep, I don't got too many days. Food for thought, feeding your success with the bass. I can't quit the game, gotta focus till I finish. I was in the cage, yeah, now I know I'm living. They be working hard, trying to keep you in the chains. If you got your mind charged, you ain't gotta stay. Woo!
Welcome to episode 1 of the Sam Jones Talks podcast. This podcast is for anyone who's looking to build a better you. We have the tools here. If you're looking to build a better you, this is the place to do it. So today what I wanted to talk about was the champion. Everyone's looking for the champion. I hear guys say it all the time, if I could just find the right girl. Women say, if I could find the right man. Other people, if I can get the right job. We're looking for the champion. We're looking for the savior. We're looking for something or someone to help us. And I want to report to you that you're the champion you've been looking for. You've been created with certain abilities and skills built into you. You just have to tap into it. It's almost like having a blank check that you never cash. You have the ability, and right here, I'm going to hand you the tools to make a better you. So let's jump right in. So a champion, as you know, is someone who overcomes things, who moves past restraints, restrictions, and jumps over hurdles, right? So there has to be a difference between a champion who did well and failed and a champion who continues to rise. And that we'll call that the outstanding champion. And we're always searching for that, right? Let me drive home the point. There's this movie that I think would be perfect for explaining, you know, how we always are in pursuit of the champion and how the champion is really truly in us. So the movie's called The Last Dragon. In The Last Dragon, there's a character named Bruce Leroy. Leroy loved Bruce Lee. He studied all the movies, all his moves, his techniques, the whole nunchuck thing. He screamed, "What?" Just like Bruce Lee had him down packed. Even wore some of the same gear, the same clothes. He became masterful because he was really studying, and he was so much of a fan that they nicknamed him Bruce Leroy. Quick fact about that, in UK when the movie first came out, I don't know, somewhere in the 80s, they banned the movie simply because it had nunchucks in it. That's an interesting little fact. Leroy patterned his life after Bruce Lee. He became masterful, and this is what happened next. All the while, he feels like there's a greater level. So he's in pursuit of the champion. He's trying to find the master who can teach him to get to the next level. So in his pursuit, he continues to better himself. He's constantly learning, but he's still looking for a master because he doesn't have confidence in his ability. He feels like there's a master. So he continues to look for the master. While he's looking for the master, he develops enemies. And as he continues to pursue the master, and he's going different places and he's getting taken advantage of, because that's part of the process, right? We're in pursuit of things, but while we're there, we encounter these negative situations, these bumps in the roads. So here's the thing about a bump in the road. It's annoying, it's frustrating, it feels like it has nothing to do with the objective where we're trying to go. But if we look at it another way, if we apply the bumps in the road to the challenges in life, it's those challenges, those bumps that teach us patience and conflict resolution, and how to manage ourselves. It's those bumps. You can't learn about those bumps in college. It's life lessons that you learn as you walk through life, you know? Bumps teach those who want to learn. So if you're interested in learning and moving forward, then the bumps and the bruises and the challenges and the issues in life, they'll teach you something. But if your mind is not focused and your perception is not what it needs to be, the bump is just a bump and there's nothing to gain from it but sorrow. So yeah, that's a little tidbit to hold on to. Now back to the Leroy's plight. So it gets to a point where Leroy actually has a fight with the enemy, the Shogun of Harlem. And Leroy's giving it his best shot, but the Shogun is washing Leroy up. Leroy's getting beat. At this point, he has Leroy's head. He's dunking it into the water. And each time he dunks Leroy's head in the water, Leroy thinks about all the different things he's come through, every challenge, his pursuit of the master. And finally, on the final dunk, Shogun says, "Who's the master?" Leroy says, "I am." What was the revelation? He came to the understanding that what I've been pursuing has always been in me this whole time. A lot of our situations, our hardships, the things we go through, they sharpen us and prepare us. But if you don't have the right perspective, you just look at it as a bunch of negative things that happen. Not that these things have prepared you for success. We have the wrong perspective, so we can't see the champion that we are. So you may think, well, man, I'm not feeling that. You know, I can't connect with the Leroy thing. Let's jump to another comparison that maybe it'll click for you. Let's look at the Matrix. So the main character, his name is Neo. He actually got yanked out of the digital reality, the false reality, and he was pushed into the actual reality. So it was a shock to his system because everything he thought he knew, he didn't know. Everything he thought was real was fake. He had to get acclimated. He had to kind of figure out what's what quick. And I think that's very interesting. So, I mean, where have we heard of a digital situation where we act like something that we're not? Like on Facebook, we have a profile that's super us, and then the real us is nothing like that. Story for another day. So he's in pursuit and trying to figure things out and trying to work out the wrinkles and figure out what's going on. What's the truth? What's a lie? What's the reality? He's in pursuit. While he's in pursuit, he's training. He's becoming better. He's seeking. He's going and asking questions to Morpheus. He's trying to seek out the Oracle. He's trying to get information. But the whole while he's making progress. And he's still in pursuit, still trying to figure out what's going on, still looking for the champion. Well, just like Bruce Leroy, he develops enemies along the way. And the enemies are on his heels. And it gets to the point where the enemy now is shooting multiple bullets. Bullets are all coming at him at one time. And in that moment, in his adversity, that's when his perspective switched and he realized, wait a minute, I'm the one I've been looking for. And he stopped those bullets, did the click clink thing, and all the bullets fell down. What does that mean? What that is to say that the false reality that he was living in, he did all the work necessary to make that persona or what he had hoped to be an actuality. So instead of faking it, he started making it. Instead of having the digital profile where it looks like they was all dressed in Armani when in reality they had on rags and stuff like that, instead of that, he actually did the work, did what was necessary, consistently pushed forward, faced his fears and his enemies, and became the champion. Now here's the fact of the matter. Challenges make outstanding champions. Outstanding champions will meet every challenge. That's good stuff right there. If you ever overcome anything, I don't care if it was a boo-boo when you was 5 and you stood up after that boo-boo and got back on the bike, you're a champion. You've won, you've beaten something, and there's greater hurdles to overcome. There's bigger things to do, but you have to change your perspective. Stop looking for the champion. Stop looking for the master, Leroy. Stop looking for the one, Neo. You're the one. You're the one you've been looking for. Women, stop looking for the man. If I could just get the perfect man. Dude, stop looking for the girl. They'll complete you. Be complete. And when she comes, you have something that she can be invested in. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. So, I'll wrap here and I'm gonna jump into a part 2. I'm not gonna keep you too long. But if there's one thing I want you to get from this, if you missed the Leroy example, if you missed the Neo example, take this with you. You are the champion you've been looking for. Now that you're the champion, what are you gonna do to prepare? No winner of the Olympics ever just shows up that day. They prepare. They go through obstacles. Some of them get broken legs, broken feet, sore bones, all types of things that happen before they win, but they overcome. That's the mentality of a champion. And in the next video we get into, we're going to talk about the mindset of a champion. There's a certain mindset you have to have. This is not magic. This is diligence and consistency and good old hard work and cutting certain things and certain people out of your circle. That's all part of the mindset. We're going to jump into that next. Reach for the highest good. See you in a minute. I think that's a wrap.